So good afternoon, Franserve Consultants. This is Joan Winchester, your host for today's Brand Bite, and I am delighted to have with us two opportunities for us. One, to learn about FranSmart from the CEO, Dan Rowe, and the second is to learn about a senior care company that is just really doing well and has a lot of positive impact on the community, and we're looking forward to hearing about Golden Heart Senior Care from Dan Rowe. Dan, tell us about Golden Heart.
Awesome. Hello, Franserve. Excited FranSmart's working with you guys, and we hope soon to sell lots of franchises with you across our whole portfolio. We're paying 40% of the franchise fees as commissions, and either myself or one of my top reps is going to be working with every one of your leads to make sure that they close and make sure that your prospects are happy. FranSmart's been around for about 20 years. We've sold around 5,000 franchises and started the franchising for like Five Guys, Qdoba, the Halal guys, and we usually sell big multi-unit deals to groups that are investing over $1 million. We have tens of thousands of leads in our database with between $50,000 and $250,000 to invest, and we typically never had anything to sell them. So we started to look at non-food franchises and really wanted to get into the healthcare business. And the first brand that we ran across, we were blown away with the unit economics. Golden Heart, with over 30 franchisees, averages under $100,000 startup and over $1 million in sales for each franchisee. Several of the franchisees are making a couple $100,000 and more. And the average Five Guys franchise doesn't average $250,000 in profit, and they spend $600,000 to open. So anyways, we're happy to be here. Our goal with Golden Heart is to have the highest volume franchisees in the business, all building large multi-unit businesses that someday they can sell. And that's a theme that you're going to hear us say again and again, because that's really how FranSmart sells franchises. We help franchisees become wealthy with franchises. It's a totally different approach to franchise sales. We started talking with the top 5 Golden Heart franchisees about helping them double or triple their business in the next few years and potentially find a buyer. And these franchisees are already doing 10-to-1 sales to investment ratio and are highly successful. But they're all keyed in, they're excited about this plan, and they're extremely referenceable right now. FranSmart knows how to close deals. We know how to work with franchisees on a bigger picture, starting with the end in mind and helping them map to building a larger franchise that someday they can sell. This increases our close rate and increases the size of the deals. We know how to close franchise deals. 90% of the country is still wide open for Golden Heart sales. We want larger and bigger. I mean, we award larger and bigger territories than our competitors. We're approved with SBA, and FranSmart also has tons of other active lenders in our database to help each deal close and close bigger. Golden Heart will even sell master franchises to the right groups that could potentially earn you 6-figure commission. Even though Golden Heart's been around a decade, it really started when Craig purchased the company a couple of years ago, and introduce Craig in a second. But Craig was highly successful healthcare COO, understands this business, understands business, and knows how to make money in this business, and has built a really tech-forward, automated, digital, virtual company in this space, and the franchisees rave about him. So again, when it comes time for your prospects to get referrals, they're gonna love him. So, and as sad as COVID has been for so many, Golden Heart revenue is up considerably. This is a recession-proof, COVID-proof business with highly referenceable franchisees, great unit economic model, and the best franchise sales professionals in the business helping you and your prospects close deals. So with that, I want to introduce Craig real quick. Craig, please talk about yourself a little.
Yeah, well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate the introduction. And so my name is Craig Bass, and I'm the owner of Golden Heart Senior Care. And I've been a healthcare executive for over 27 years. And when I was a healthcare executive, I was responsible for running health maintenance organizations, HMOs, health plans, and really focused on people that were frail and vulnerable. So they could have been in Medicaid or in Medicare, and they were basically in a condition where they either had poverty, disability, or they were elderly and aging. And what I noticed in providing the care for those patients, hundreds of thousands of patients at a time, I noticed that a lot of the medical impact was really driven by things that were non-medical in nature. So you're going to your doctor, you're going into a hospital, not because you have a medical condition, but because your medical condition has been exacerbated because you fell, or you didn't take your medication, or you haven't been fed. And so when it comes to non-medical care, there's a tremendous impact. And that's really what Golden Heart Senior Care does. We do non-medical care to help people thrive in their homes for as long as they can, as well as they can. And so as I noticed the challenges in the industry relative to the players that were providing those services, which is for the most part mom and pop agencies and organizations, there were poor systems, there was poor service, there was poor accountability. And I said, gosh, I'm very intrigued about saying, how can we do better for the Americans that are in need of these services? And you've all heard about the silver tsunami. You all know that over 100,000 or 10,000 people a day are becoming elderly and they're having needs. More so, more people are living longer with disabilities and the challenges of age. So in a COVID environment, nobody wants to go into a nursing home. Nobody wants to go into an assisted living home. How do you keep them home? So the opportunity for our franchisees is great. And I wanted to be a part of this solution. So as Dan said, we really focused on saying, how can we help craft a business and enable people to provide a legacy for themselves and cash flow for themselves in running a business that was going to be successful with low investment. And so we really worked on how can we take a very high touch relationship business that's built on trust and service and support it with technology and support it with providing support. So if somebody is in business by themselves, for themselves, not by themselves. So we really worked hard in the last couple of years to find a way to make the Golden Heart offering as good as it possibly can be. And we really want to be a solution to provide better care for Americans in need, but then also to help our owners build a purposeful business and have financial success and build a legacy for themselves. So that's a little bit about me. I'm excited to partner with FranSmart to find a way to get more and more people in the Golden Heart system.
Great.
So Dan?
Yeah, no, appreciate that. So we're going to run through the slides together real quick. The franchisees, first referenceable franchisee pops up as one of the first slides. Extremely happy with the business, very engaged, excellent reference. In a nutshell, I already told you about Five Guys. We launched franchising for Five Guys and a bunch of other brands. We're basically your closing arm. We're going to work close with you and your leads, get these leads closed. So you already heard a little bit about Craig. The one reference that you hear from franchisees over and over, not only is he an amazing business guy, he's super accessible, like 24/7. And so franchisees are very referenceable. I've never seen that even in my Five Guys. A little bit about the unit economics. We're basically giving 40% of the fees, franchise fees $45,000, a little bit of discount on each additional for a territory, and then potentially you're talking about doing a master. So for the right group, we're not going to sell it to everybody. Golden Heart opening cost is under 100 grand. It's a home-based business. These are highly functional, remote, virtual businesses. Franchisees doing 10-to-1 sales to investment ratio. SBA approved. This is the next generation of senior care. It's very tech forward, so it's just different than a lot of the models that are out there. Our competitors have done a great job proving that this market works, and we're sort of the next thing in this space. So the next fresh business in this space. Our target is to have the highest volume franchisees. That's the one thing from a business side we're going to be talking about over and over is we want our franchisees to be more successful than anyone else in the space. 90% of the market's wide open. We've got highly referenceable franchisees. Give us good leads, they're going to close. And territory consists of 30,000 seniors. And then Craig, how do you award multi-unit? You just sort of piece together 30,000 contiguous markets?
Yeah, usually that's what you do. And we do have 30,000 seniors, which is generally larger than most other franchise systems in the senior care space. And we do that because we want them to be successful. But to your point, Dan, we are happy to make them contiguous or generally in a service area so that they can be efficient with their operations and really own their town.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Okay. And then, then there's a bunch of information about the tools. We've got a tremendous amount of marketing material already created for you guys that we'll send over for any interested prospect. A little bit about the company on these slides. It'll all be in the franchise deck. You know, really, we're looking for franchisees that are committed. They've got to be compassionate about people and really care about this space. But really, they want to build a business. They want to get in and build something that they can just keep growing and keep heads down pushing. We're going to help them find a way to build a really big business that they can sell at some point. And a little bit about great references from all the major social reference sites. And other than that, any other information that you need, peter@fransmart.com will get you set up. And with that, Craig, do you have anything else before we go back to Joan?
I just really appreciate the opportunity. And I think, as Dan said, you know, it's a low investment, asset-light business with low overhead. And the thing I love about home care is your revenue scales with your expenses for the most part. So it really is a business that can do wonderful things for somebody that wants to go out, be part of their community, provide a purposeful service to their community, and be successful in that process. So look forward to you know, taking care of your folks that your brokers are looking to place the kind of people Dan talked about. We're looking forward to helping be successful.
Awesome. Craig, thank you. Over to you, Joan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Craig, for a great presentation. Love your passion, and what a great team it sounds as though you've made with FranSmart. So thank you for your time. Franserve Consultants, thank you for yours as well. And you see Peter's contact information there up on the screen, and it's also on the support site for your questions. We'd be happy to answer them, and thanks so much for your time, and we look forward to working together.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joan.
All righty.